nice warm day for sitting by the pond. Except it's not. Hey, I'm Blake and this is your Tailgate Talk. So I am sitting next to not one of our ponds, but one of my cousin Mike's ponds. And yeah, here's the thing about this pond. So Mike grew up on this pond. As a matter of fact, this is the farm that Mike grew up on. He grew up raising cattle here. He grew up raising cattle, he grew up raising hay on this place. He grew up watching cattle drink out of this pond. This is where he grew up. But the day came that Mike realized he was not able, due to health, to raise cattle anymore. And so he sold his cattle to me, and we began to just farm hay, he and I, on this place. And so he wanted to use this pond for something else. And so he decided to use this pretty little pond for a little park. And so he's begun to kind of turn it into that. He's got some little park benches here. He's doing a little fire pit. And he's got a little road that he's building back here to it. And this is his quiet place. And here's the cool thing about this spot. Mike and his wife Teresa have a pretty cool love story. And this is their spot. This is their little spot that they kind of come and sit. Their love has weathered years together. So even though this pond has served a whole lot of different purposes down through the years, the purpose it's serving now is actually pretty ironic. The fact that this pond has watered cows, and it's been a fishing pond many times. Matter of fact, I've pulled a couple of former youth group guys out of the mud back here after they fished. But that's another story for another time. Now this pond is a park to illustrate what love is. You see, love's not an emotion. It's not a come and go kind of thing. It's not something you fall into or out of. But the Bible would say that love is patient. It's kind. It's not an emotion. It's something we commit to and stay with, stick with. It's a covenant. And so I just wanted to bring you out here today to this little park that Mike has built, that he and Teresa like to sit at and enjoy their quiet times together, to just remind you to remember what love is. Remember what love really is. Not what Hollywood tells you it is, but remember what love really is. It's a commitment. It produces the other things, but it's a commitment. Just like this pond has stood the test of time down through the years, served a whole lot of purposes, but it's still here. Love is patient. So, can you lean into that today? Hey, I really appreciate you joining me today on the tailgate. And I tell you what, I'm going to save you a seat right here on the muddy tailgate until next time. And until then, I hope you have a great week. I love you, and I hope you have a great week until you join me next time on the tailgate. You never know where we're going to drop this tailgate and have a chat, and until then, we'll see you later.